Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, leaving a comment, leaving a like, or subscribing, all of these things help out the channel immensely. Never forget, this is not investment advice. It is simply me explaining to you the things that I'm going to be purchasing this week. And yeah, let's jump right into it. The first thing I am going to be buying this week is Tales of Suspense number 77. I have a lot of stuff written down here because I need you to understand exactly why this is going through my head. Once again, not financial advice, and I mean this is probably going to be the most speculativist, not a word, thing that I've said in a very long time. Tales of Suspense number 77 is the first appearance of Peggy Carter. You may have, if you've ever seen any of the Captain America movies, she's basically his girlfriend, like the old-timey girlfriend. The British woman who he loses because he goes into the machine and transforms into a mega super soldier. Amazing. However, this is also the first appearance of the woman who becomes Captain Carter. I would say spoiler, but I assume a lot of people have been watching it. I'm going to say spoiler again if you don't want to be spoiled. Jump ahead about 15 or so seconds. Peggy Carter eventually becomes Captain Carter in the Marvel What If Disney Plus TV show. And this character took off. Like, she is one of the most popular characters out there right now. A lot of you may have even seen, okay, spoiler over, if you collect comics, she actually now has her own comic book series called Captain Carter. It's her like punching through the screen and she's like, I'm Captain America, but a woman kind of thing. Her popularity has risen so much in a short period of time. I'm kind of getting, I want to say like Spider-Gwen kind of vibes. I don't care for the word vibe, but you understand exactly what I'm saying. I think she's going to be a very popular character moving forward. I think even the shift of having her, for those of you who don't know the way that Marvel and every other company works, especially with the what if characters and what if comics, and also just like sometimes the plethora of things that they release, is basically you release 100 things at once and you kind of see what sticks in the market. The same thing happened with a comic book a couple of years ago called Edge of Spider-Verse. They released I think Penny Parker, I think was her name. They released the Noir one. They released Spider-Gwen, and they released another, I forgot what the other Peter Parker version was. And everyone thought that it was going to be Penny Parker that would take over. Lo and behold, it was Spider-Gwen. She is now the most popular, most famous Spider-Woman that there is, and they did the exact same thing, my opinion, with the Marvel What If characters. They basically threw out a bunch of them. What if they became zombies? What if this person had done this instead? Is he the new Star-Lord? And this is kind of the way that it really works. So that brings me to the most fascinating point. Whenever Marvel does something like this, it's happened about 4 or 5 times that I can remember, especially with the entire new Disney Plus launch. This character usually ends up getting their own TV show. I don't think we're going to be seeing any real world Peggy Carter, Captain Carter in the next year or two, as far as like in an actual movie, as they have many other movies planned. However, this is speculation. Expect a TV show on Disney Plus, an animated one at some point, and if that one catches on, she's going to be in something. If you look at the app, at least at the time of me making this video, this comic is like $5 gems. I saw it even drop to $4 one time, and it really hit me really fast. The same, if you watch the other videos as well, there are a lot of characters who are going to be thrown into this new Marvel multiverse thing, basically as a try to see if it sticks, but also like, no, this character definitely is going to stick. Let's keep gauging interest to see how it's going. Even the real world comic, I think you can find it for under $100, but that's also because, how do I say this? she hasn't reached like mainstream popularity at this point. You definitely have comic collectors who are collecting her even just as a Peggy Carter character. Long story short, sorry for rambling on here. It's more of a definitely buying it. I don't understand why this comic is so cheap anywhere right now, especially with the actual news that she has her own comic book series. And usually what happens, remember Edge of Spider-Verse and then Spider-Gwen #1? And then the Spider-Verse movie, and who appeared in it? Spider-Gwen. And the next Spider-Verse movie that's coming out at the end of this year, can you guess who's also going to reappear in it? Spider-Gwen. And the moment they announce anything Miles Morales in the actual Marvel Cinematic Universe, can you guess who's also going to be there? Spider-Gwen. Alrighty. Next up, here's a really good one. Next thing is, and I actually have one of these in my childhood home because I remember buying it and being like, wow, this is amazing. It's What If, issue 105. Once again, these are hyper speculative. And I mean like a 13 out of 10 speculation level, simply because I do not know. Only the people sitting inside of an office in Marvel actually know if any of this is going to happen. What If 105 is the first appearance of May Parker, otherwise known as Mayday Parker, who becomes Spider-Girl. There were a number of Spider-Women before, I think 2 or 3, since the, I believe, mid-70s, who kind of stuck, they'd kind of changed and had different people donning the costume, yada, yada, yada. This is the first appearance of a character who is supposed to be the direct lineage of Peter Parker. It's a what-if story, so it's not real. However, that has not stopped comic books and movies before from dragging these characters. There was a gigantic, DC and Marvel had them at the exact same time, kind of convergence event where there were so many universes, all these characters were fighting each other. I'm the real Captain America, I'm the real Batman, blah, 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 blah. And then eventually the universes collapsed into themselves. And now there's only like one timeline, but even that has been broken because some of the characters still pass through different dimensions. The point being, when I saw this drop on Vivi, I sucked my teeth and I went, oh, not again. And then I said, no, wait a second. This isn't a random comic. This isn't a random drop. This isn't something. Why this particular comic, especially with the current extra hype around Spider-Man, with the next Spider-Verse movie coming out, and even the idea, the next Doctor Strange movie, it's supposed to be the largest cameo appearance ever, of tons of different Marvel characters. I still have yet to see the movie. I don't even think it's out yet. But my prediction is, if you've paid attention to what Marvel has done before, I feel certain she's going to be thrown into something. Even if we end up getting an episode in the next season of What If, because there's going to be another season of What If on Disney+, they're probably going to have a May Parker episode. What if Spider-Man had a daughter? If that catches on, first of all, I don't know if it's already popped up somewhere around here. The actual physical issue, like the actual paper copy of this one, is worth a lot of money for a character that has not really even been in anything. If at any point there is a movie called Spider-Women, one, you know it's going to take off. If it has Spider-Gwen, the actual Spider-Woman, May Parker, and what's the other one? You don't even know about Silk yet. Take off immediately. This is one of the comics that I saw on once again. When I was like, wait, let me see how much they actually end up selling for. I was able to buy about a good 30 of them for less than $5 each, around like $4.64. Not sure why a lot of people had $4.64 as their prices, but alas. So, Yes, I am going to be buying a lot more of these, letting you know to be as transparent as possible. I am going to be aiming for a secret rare because the price is ridiculously low. I am going to be aiming for every other rarity as well. That's because I'm an obsessive collector and it's just what I do. The signs are kind of all there. She's already a popular character in the comic books, in the comic collecting real world. If she gets thrown into a movie and becomes remotely popular, the physical copy is going to go for $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. I can feel it. And the actual digital copy, if it remains anywhere below 100, I would be shocked. Also, I'm not sure how many of you pay attention to the actual app. I'm on the app 39 times a day. About a good week ago, there were, I think, 1,800 of these available on the market. Normally, it has an edition of 30,000. Roughly, you'll see around 2,000 to 3,000 of them end up hitting the market. And if it's an unpopular comic, the actual amount on there will rise, what have you. There were 1,800 editions left on the app for this comic. I went to sleep. I woke up. There were 1,200. And I said, who in the world bought 600 of these overnight? Later on in the day, it went to 1,100. Then it went to 1,000. Then it actually floated down to around 900 something. And I said, okay, I definitely think other people are paying attention. It actually only makes me want to buy more now because I know that the price is still really low. Oh my gosh, if she's in anything, this comic will explode. Anyway, that's the, how did I flip it upside down? That's the What If 105 first appearance of Spider-Girl May Day Parker. I'm telling you, I have a feeling she'd be a hit as well. I have a feeling people would love her character. Alrighty, and to finish things off, can you guess what it is? No, probably not. It is NYX number 3. My gosh, when I tell you, if I had the chance to go back in time to purchase a lot of these comics, there was about a good 5 or 6 year period where I was really out of comics. I wasn't in the mood to buy them, to place them anywhere, to stack them. I already have thousands of comics in like those like white long boxes and whatever. NYX number 3 is the first appearance of who is commonly known as Wolverine's daughter. If you saw the movie Logan, that was the character who was opposite him. She doesn't have the normal 3 claws, she only has 2 claws, and the 3rd claw for some reason comes out of her shoe. It seems terrible to have to always buy new shoes, but alas, that's just her life. This character in the comic world is very, very, very popular. This comic in the real world is very, very, very expensive. When this launched on VV, I said, why would they be releasing this comic? If you've remembered, this shouldn't be a spoiler, the movie's like 7 or 8 years old. At the end of Logan, I believe she's kind of like a lone wolf at that point. There's been speculation for a while that she's gonna remake her appearance in the actual Marvel Cinematic Universe, but completely tied in together. A lot of the other standalone movies that were made before kind of had these characters all over the place. All it takes is a time traveler to basically drag her to our time, which has happened multiple times, especially with the appearance of Cable and many other characters, and also the entire, billion dimension thing all smashing together. Spoiler, will be buying tons of these as well, without a doubt, because how do I say this? Marvel is doing something, they've notched up what they were doing before during their season 1 of movies. They had a very set cast of characters. Captain America, Hawkeye, Black Widow, you kind of name it, until we got towards the very end and it was more Wanda and Vision and Thanos and blah, 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 Black Panther, etc., etc. These characters made it. They did pretty well. A lot of people know exactly who they are now. However, Marvel still has hundreds of other characters that they can introduce, and they're going to introduce them. If you could make money from these 16 characters, wouldn't you want to do it from another 100? And the fact that a lot of times, whenever a character is definitely popular enough, they easily make it into a movie. It's more of a, if they really catch on. I have a very strange feeling, especially with the Marvels movie coming out this year, next year? I don't know. It's supposed to be the main Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and oh gosh, can't remember her name. I think she's also just a Miss or Captain Marvel as well, in their own movie called Marvels, as there are 3 Marvels. If that catches on, and that is really good, this is why I said there will be a Spider-Women movie. If that catches on, and these other, I mean, it's just pure logic basically at this point. Anyway, yes, NYX number 3, she's going to appear at some point. She's already appeared. She's going to be in something else. And I have a very strange feeling we're going to see her probably within the next year or 2 make a cameo appearance in some sort of way. Anyway, I'm done rambling on, because if you're a comic book collector, you're shaking your head, you're like, you know that this is all coming. The same exact thing that I was talking about before with Miles Morales. It's blatantly obvious. He is Spider-Man. He's going to be in it, and this is why, once again, you keep seeing the issues disappearing on Vivi, but not many people are paying attention. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Let me know what you think about my picks. Do you think I'm correct? Do you think I'm overly speculative? Do you think that there's some other character who could potentially outshine the ones that I've been talking about? Thank you all very much once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See